Again, I'm Alex Metzger. I'm the co-founder of the Next Move Group, and could have put my company anywhere 7 years ago, and we chose downtown St. Louis. I've always had a love for this city, as well as my business partner. And fast forward 6.5 years later, and we're in this space, and we now have 7 employees and are continuing to grow. So for those of y'all that don't know, the Next Move Group, what we do is help small to mid-sized companies, communities, and nonprofit organizations create economic growth. We help communities market and try to attract businesses. We do executive searches, and we also do site location work. So we help companies find new locations, where to expand, and where they can be most profitable. So very, very fortunate and proud that I get to travel this nation and see what private companies and communities can come together and build, and the impact that projects like that can have around the nation. And this is just another shining example of that, and we're very, very proud to be in this beautiful space and proud to call it home, so thank you all.
Next up, we do have Otis Williams for possibly his last official public appearance. We're honored to have in his role as Executive Director of the St. Louis Development Corporation. We appreciate Otis being here with us today and appreciated him through his tenure in his role. Otis Williams.
Well, thank you all very much. It is indeed my next to last day in the office. But it's been a very fun ride along the way. Got to meet a number of very interesting people, not to say the least. Bill DeWitt, his dad, and at that time partners, a number of partners that were working. And at that time we were discussing building the next Busch Stadium. And some of you remember the old circular Gothic looking structure. And today, look what it all led to. So I go back, and I was just talking to Bill, if you remember Mark Lamping, who was his predecessor, was a guy that I was dealing with at the time, and I think Bill was in the room at that time. And so we had a lot of long discussions. But before I get started talking, I started reminiscing just a little bit to put it in context of how we got here to this fabulous space, is to say congratulations to Spark. And the fact that all of those discussions led to this is well worth it. So we certainly appreciate you all locating here. We appreciate the Cordish companies and the Cardinals working with us over the years to get us to this point. What a fabulous neighborhood. I mean, what an address. I mean, I'm looking at a patio here to, walk out and to innovate, to think great things. Look at this great space, and just being able to, as I say, catch a cold one and watch a game from this space. So this is more than what we envisioned. But I go back to 1999 when we first had the conversation about a new baseball stadium, and then, oh, by the way, I think after a few meetings, the thought of a ballpark village became a carrot to get the ballpark, and so the rest is history in the sense that we now have 3 city blocks. In this case, the 3 that you see, starting with Lowe's, ending at the tower, residential tower, already completed, and talked about the occupancy and how great that is. But as well, we have 3 other blocks that build we need to develop that are behind here. And so my successor is a young man named Neil Richardson. Neil starts on the 28th, and one of his jobs will be to work with Bill to get the next 3 blocks constructed. But this has been great, and I certainly appreciate you inviting me. The City of St. Louis Development Corporation is very appreciative of all of the great work that the Cardinals and Cordish, and now all the tenants that are here in this location have done and have been able to provide here in St. Louis. So Godspeed to all of you. One last task, and that was to introduce my friend, colleague, Jason Hall. And this was an easy one, so I don't know why I forgot it, but Jason.